Alright, here we are for another forearm prelim. Just opened it all. So what I like to do, because we are on a time limit, is first I like to hide the basics. Get rid of the lands because they don't matter. I'll hide this mech hanger just so I'm not tempted to play it. Then we want to spend our time taking out the mediums, because good decks have good cards, right? And we don't have infinite time, so try to get that going. Green is pretty medium minus, which means that's not happening. We're probably going to be white. Let's look at red. It's a lot of Kindled Furies and Aki Warpaints. Poor red. Red is dead. Tribute to Hirobi and Toshiro Mizawa. Black has okay cards. Reality Heist is kind of bad. Behold is good. Anchor to Reality, but we don't have the 7/7 again. Damn it. Playing with the 7/7 is so much fun, and we don't even get to do that. Feels bad. Probably gonna have to play blue. Ooh, we got Michiko with the double striking. That's kind of a combo. Well, we have win conditions in white, at least. Kind of a combo. White also has like Ganjo. So white has an extra terminate here. We have Dragonfly Seat with Grease Fang if we wanted it. What can Shrine Steward grab? Tamiya's Completion. So it's a blue card. So I think our win condition is mostly going to be white, right? Because we have Kyodai and two Blade Blizzard Kitsunes and Michiko's Reign of Truth, right? So I think we want to be white. So it's either white black or white blue. Or white black splashing blue for inventive. But the thing is, Behold is maybe inventive in Tamiya's completion. Let's look at blue black real quick just to make sure that we're not crazy. This doesn't look terrible. Would I splash suit up? I don't know. It doesn't look terrible. I like we have the Silver Fur Master. But we don't have a ton of ninjas. I wouldn't want to play Shrine Steward unless I play Short Circuit as well. I don't know if we want to be doing that. Gravelighter with Tribute to Hirobi is kind of nice. This doesn't look terrible. Yeah, this doesn't look terrible. Kind of reliant on these Moonsnare prototypes, but that's alright. We probably want to splash white anyways. Splash white for Kyodai and Michiko. And maybe... Maybe Naomi. We have 2 enchantments, 3 enchantments, 4 enchantments, 5. We have 1, 2. Oh yeah, we have tons of enchantments. Well, let's look at white black second before we start going into 3 color. Do I want to play Kami of Restless Shadows in black white? Rogue. Probably not. Probably this isn't a rogue, right? It's an advisor, so probably not. So here we can splash. We can probably splash blue pretty easily. For Inventive Iteration and Tamiya's completion, probably. Those are definitely the 2 best cards. Do we want to play Shrine Steward? No, we've only got 1 hit. The Seven-Tail Mentor is a card I generally don't play, but with 2 Blade Blizzard Kitsunes, it's probably worth it. It's kind of bad. I'd almost want to play When We Were Young instead. Yeah, playing a double blue card seems like a non-starter to me. Seven-Tail Mentor is just such a medium card. But I guess it works okay with a couple of cards. It's definitely the worst card in the deck. Return to action. We probably don't need it. We have a lot of lifelink already, right? Or life gain. We've got Leech Gauntlet. We can actually just maybe not play Leech Gauntlet. Inkrise Infiltrator is very good. You're crazy to not think it's very good. It's like the worst two cards in our deck are these two by a lot. Can we do anything else? When Were You Young could be better than in Return to Action. When we have two Blade Blizzards. Dragonfly Suit could be okay too, because we have the Grease Fang. We have Grease Fang and we have Michiko, so we like having a flyer is really important. It's also just another artifact from Naomi. And Banishing Slash. Although, is it enchantments we're missing out on? Yeah, I guess we have 6 enchantments, so we're actually fine on both ends. 7 enchantments. Yeah, we can play the Dragonfly Suit. Because we have Grease Fang. And Michiko. Kind of a combo with both. And Event Federation can return it as well. Return to Action is pretty good with Toshiro Mizawa and Tribute to Hirobi. Pretty good on Spirited Companion too, but not really. It's pretty awesome on Inventive Iteration. Yeah, it's only go with Gravelighter if the enemy has the 2-mana 3/3 reach. This looks good to me. I hate Wanderer's Intervention. I don't want anything to do with it. Leech Gauntlet is now the worst card in the deck, I think. I've already got a lot of lifelink, right? And get life gain. Like this gains life, this gains life, and this gains life. This gains life. Don't know if we really need another one. I could do like one Wanderer's Intervention over this. Although I guess with Michiko, Leash Gauntlet is pretty good with Michiko. One, two, three, 4, 5. I guess I need the artifacts. I generally don't want anything to do with Wanderer's Intervention, so it's fine. We're a little bit heavy on lands. We have Ecologist Terrarium, but and the 5-mana creature. But we have a spell land, so we're fine. Looking at this, I'm not sure what black is offering us outside of the... Like, outside of Life at Toshiro and Tribute, black doesn't really offer me anything. I mean, I guess there's the gold cards. I wonder if white-blue is better. It doesn't really look like it. No, it doesn't really. I get Behold, and that's kind of basically it. And I really kind of want to play. I kind of want to play Seven Tail Mentor, but I know it's bad. I know it's bad. A Seven Tail Mentor works so well with Tribute to Hirobi. It works so well with the two Blade Lizard Kitsunes. But not a whole lot to go. But we kind of need artifacts and enchantments. The worst cards in the deck are like Leech Gauntlet, Dragonfly Suit. Those are the two clearly worst cards. Beyond that, it's kind of sketchy. Shapeless Centipede does work really well. Did Blade Lizard Kitsunes at least? I could play When We Were Young instead of over Leech Gauntlet. I'm not against that. +2/+2 to two things. Maybe it gives lifelink. I want to try that out. How good is the Walker? I'm not sure what a Walker is. Oh, this thing? It's medium. This is how you get custom basics, by the way. If you were wondering. I'd probably want 6 sources to splash a double pip card. Alright, this is round 1. Got turn 2 tribute. No big deal. And if we draw 2 more lands, we've also got Kyodai when they try to kill it. Because no one does it during the main... No one does it before the attacks. Don't ninjutsu me. Yay. we getting mana ward? We are getting mana ward. That's alright. I want the Silva Samurai Kyodai combo, I think. I will choose not to sacrifice a creature. They know I have this Blade Berserk Kitsune, so it would be weird for me to not play anything. Be telegraphing pretty hard that I have Kyodai, but I don't really know if I even care. If I telegraph it, what are they gonna do? Not attack? Four, no big deal. This is just an example of turn 2 Tribute to Hirobi just dominating the game, unfortunately for our opponent. Enemy just got rared out of the game. My Iganjo costs 2 to use because I've got Kyodai in play. I no longer have Kyodai in play. Why no ninjutsu? I'm not sure. You want me to ninjutsu have the hover bike? I could have done that. I didn't even know the card had a ninjutsu, to be honest. Yeah, the step 2 of this will give the enemy all the rat tokens if they are alive. Although it's hard for them to be alive for very long unless they kill the 3/3 instantly. You're right, I could have ninjutsu'd my hover bike there. I wasn't thinking of it because I've never seen this card ninjutsu'd in my life. It's a good idea though. I'll keep it in mind. Do we want Kami of Restless Shadows? I guess it brings back these things. These are ninjas. Maybe I do want it. Maybe it was an oversight to not play it main deck. I didn't even, like, these, I didn't know these things were ninjas. I probably don't even need this here. Pretty good hand if we draw some lands. Oh, we are on the play? They chose to draw? Okay. Unexpected. I guess it's fine. Hopefully they play an X1 here. Did not play an X1 there. A little bit awkward timing on this, but... Holy crap. That is unfortunate. Gravelighter? Alright. I would have taken the ambush here if I was the opponent. Do they have another ninja? You've got to be joking. Okay. That's not that bad, but I could give it -1/-1. I don't even know why they did that. They just wanted me to not have a rat, I guess. I don't know. It's still weird to. I think it's weird to me to choose to be on the draw against a tribute to Hirobi deck. I mean, it worked out for them the best possible way this game, but it's only because I drew it a turn late. Okay. We'll turn this. Get a lifelink hit in. Play this. Gain some more life. We'll gain a lot more life next turn too, because we can +2/+2 this and Michiko it. Enemy maybe doesn't have any more spells. Maybe attacking with the Chain Flow Centipede is bad, because now my Michiko is one smaller. I guess it makes it so the Biting Paw Ninja can't attack this turn. Alright. Yeah, now this isn't lethal. Because I could have moved this over my thing and have a 1-turn clock in the air, so attacking last turn was probably bad. Yeah, attacking last turn was bad. They need to deal with a 3/3 flyer somehow, right? It's not that hard, unfortunately. Even a chump blocker would be good enough. That deals with my flyer. That's interesting. Not quite good enough, though. Although, what could happen is they might activate Mind Link Mech with a Samurai token. And try to attack for 4 vigilance. We can tap it. Tapping the Sunblade Samurai is actually good with their high-speed hover bike as well. I was right. I don't know why they used this. It was pretty silly. They needed to tap a Samurai token. They need a 4-toughness blocker to block this anyway. This also gives me 6 power in the air, so they have to have another flyer here. Okay. I think I still have lethal though, right? Oh no, I'm 1 short. I'm 1 short now. I think yeah, I mean, if there's a mic problem, let me know, and I'll try to fix it. I guess I died. The way I played it, I died to a mana war. So maybe that was bad. Right, because they have 4, 8, 11, 13. Oh, no, no, that doesn't kill me. The Mind Leak mech can copy the Circuit Mender. Might want to just Kami of Restless Shadows. I guess I get back to Blade Blizzard because I can ninjutsu the high speed hover bike. Take the 5 here. Enemy is empty handed, but they got 2 cards next turn. They have 2 cards next turn. It's probably not worth attacking then. I can attack to gain 3. I don't think I want to attack. If I attack with Kyodai, they go to 1. But they draw a card, which doesn't, and I lose my Kyodai. It doesn't seem worth it. I'll gain 3 life here. You see what with that Biting Palm Ninja at the start of earlier in the game. You see why I said that if I was my opponent, I would have taken the Ambusher. They ended up taking the Gravelighter, which I don't know if it really would have done anything. I can draw a couple of cards next turn. Is the Mind Link mech can copy this? Oh, but if it copies it, then it didn't draw a card out this. Okay, that doesn't work. These two creatures literally don't matter, so I don't know what's going on. Enemy just like drew what they needed to win with, and then just like threw it away, threw it in the graveyard. Like they drew the perfect card and then they threw it in the graveyard. That was weird. Maybe they don't see that they're dead. Maybe they didn't know this card had ninjutsu. I didn't know it had ninjutsu. That's too bad. They got me may not have realized this card had ninjutsu. This is the first time I've ever seen it happen, so it's certainly a rare thing for a white card to have ninjutsu. I guess more of an uncommon thing than a rare thing. But yeah, they drew the perfect card for their turn, and then they just like put it in the graveyard. But yeah, we boarded the 5-mana 3/3 in, and it won us the game, so that's good. Yeah, I think what happened is the enemy Biting Palm ninja on turn what 3 or 4, and they chose Gravelighter instead of the Ambusher that killed them. The Gravelighter would have done like almost nothing, so. All right, round 2, let's go. We got Kyodai, Selfless Samurai, Wombo combo. Ooh, with a Chain Filial Slentipede. A 4/2 Indestructible. A 4/2 Indestructible Sneaky Boy. Feels even better the fact that we've got these awesome looking lands as opposed to the garbage ones our opponent has. Just shows that we have style. I love pushing F6 so much. I think they may have had Toshiro. I don't know. They kind of paused on turn 2. The Circuit Mender. Yuck. Dude, not playing Tribute on turn 2 just feels so bad. It is so bad. I'm not blocking if you attack. Be really happy if they ninja'd me. Oh, woo! Hey, thanks for the sub, friend. Twisted. Well, I'm gonna lose my samurai no matter what, so. At least I don't take 3 damage. No one expects the Kyodai. No one expects it. Oh boy. It feels so bad to have this tribute of Hirobi in my hand, but what are you gonna do? I've had better plays every turn. Take 3. This isn't a really aggressive attack. Unless you have another Circumender in your hand. Okay, you have another one of those. That's fair. Oh, that was a really good draw. I guess we can do this first. Maybe should have done that first to Shira my Kyodai. Awkward. Awkward. No big deal. Dude, this tribute to Hirobi, I'm killing them too. I'm beating them so badly I can't play the tribute. It sucks. Make the rats and then kill them? Yeah, okay. I'll put a pause in my plans. It's a good idea. Is it better to +2/+2 my Kyodai or -1 the Moon Circuit Hacker? +2/+2 this. I guess it's better to just do this and not do it next turn. I kind of want to attack with all. This blocks here. They take 8, 9. They go 1. Ritoki, I figured out. I know my card is ninjutsu. Thanks. I know you're trying to help, but I could conceivably lose if I attack with Kyodai, so I'm not gonna do it. Good thing I didn't attack with it. Bonk bonk. Everything is going according to plan, including drawing tribute to Hirobi on turn 3 and never using it. Yeah, they get to do it for 1 mana. I have to pay 6. Same thing. I guess 8. 2 to play it, and 4 to rebuy, and 2 to play again. They had to pay 1. I guess they had to pay 6. But... So they're just dead on board, right? Unless I want to play Tribute to Hirobi just for the kicks. I want to just play all my cards. Give them a blocker. Even though Tribute to Hirobi, I'm on the draw and my opponent has a ton of ninjas, do I still play it? I actually don't think I do. To be perfectly honest. I mean, this has to be the, like, enemy showed me 2 Moon Circuit hackers in that game. And that's probably just the tip of the iceberg. I'll bring it back in on the play next game. But I'm not going to do it this time. So enemy has a pair of those 3/4 flyers. So I guess we want Wanderer's Intervention to deal with those 3/4 flyers. Is When We Were Young going to be better? When We Were Young is going to let all of our creatures attack into the 3/4 flyers, right? Might get a 2-for-1 out of it. The Dragonfly suit is kind of bad against 3/4 flyers, though. So maybe he just want another one. Maybe you want Kami of Restless Shadows, now that I think about it. We get back our 2/2 double strikes. The Centipede is going to be very angry. I think this is a better play. Okay, well, maybe not. The Guardians. Guardian V. I guess I want to play the Centipede because I can, if I Michiko it, then I can attack through this. Whereas this one can't attack through it, right? If we had drawn a land, we would have gone Spirited Companion and Michiko there, but we didn't draw a land, and I didn't want to risk drawing a plains with my Spirited Companion. I'll give myself another draw step before committing to that line. Ten ball coming through. Beep beep. I don't want to attack with Chainfell Centipede because I need to have an artifact in play. And I want my Michiko to be +1/+1. Michiko is such a ridiculous card. It really is. It's just unreal. It's just 14 damage. Like a vast majority of the time, it's 14 damage. It's a 14 damage 3/3. It's just not a reasonable card. Boy, was that game not close to being close. If our opponent had drawn an artifact for this, the game would have been pretty close, I think. But what I think just the Michiko it was just way too much, way too much. Yeah, attacking it hit them for like because it did so much because not only did it hit them for 10, it also mean they couldn't block it down. They couldn't block the centipede or this thing down. We did get a little bit lucky to draw the planes of the Spirit of Companion, but you saw that I actually waited a turn to give myself the most amount of time to draw the extra land, right? I think a lot of players would not have made that same play that I did. They would have been impatient on turn 4, and they would have played the Spirited Companion looking for planes, and they would have bricked. I was patient, and I played another 3-drop on turn 3, and then the next turn I played Spirited Companion looking for a land, and I found it. And so that was a game-winning play. Just making sure that you maximize your mana every single turn. And not like throwing the game away on a random draw step when you don't have to. All right, round 3, and we keep this. Turn 2 tribute, or in this case, it might be a turn 2 life. Drawing that lane was not great, but gonna hope they don't play anything good here. Attack ninjutsu? No? Okay. I don't mind giving them the Rat Rogue because then the Jitsuing not this to their hand is good enough for me anyways. I need to get it out there, so. I'm going to be really sad if they have the Kappa here. It's basically game over for me if they have the Kappa. I'm just going to hope they don't have it. Well, you know, the plan was to draw non-land. We have so far been unsuccessful. In our grand plan of drawing a non-land card, we have had 3 draw steps and we have had drawn 3 lands, which is you know, potentially a bad idea. Is that even good? I mean, I guess it is. It just dies my life, right? I don't know. Oh, I guess they get to sack the rat here. Kind of sucks that enemy was able to kill both of our rat tokens. We just needed one of them. Mill me? Mill me? Get a vehicle? Oh, they are milling me. What are you doing? Enemy, please. What are you doing? I'll take the 3 life. Do you think I just play Greasefang with no vehicles in my deck, enemy? Like, what are you doing? Rid of Companion would have been a really good draw. I guess that works. I can take 2 damage to draw a card here. Which seems fine to me. Maybe not. They just want to attack with this next turn. But this is actually a real card against my opponent. Yeah. Maybe I just do it next turn. I should have attacked first. I did want to attack with the Ambusher, but then I lose my artifacts. So then I wouldn't get it. I thought I was going to, like, I thought I was going to attack with the Ambusher this turn, which is why I played this pre-combat. But now that I've come to the realization that I don't actually want to attack with it, then I should not have played a pre-combat and just attacked with this. It's almost really good. It's almost good enough for me to just block the Inkrise Infiltrator here. It's almost good enough for me to do it. Like, if they pay 4 mana, then I'm probably just going to win anyways. Enemy, please stop doing this. I have vehicles in my deck. You've got to stop. Do I just not draw a card here? I probably just don't draw a card here. I just want a 2/2 in play. This Grease Fang is just a 3-mana 4/3. It just ran my opponent over. And I mean, just could not deal with the 3-mana 4/3. Refused to interact with it in any way. And our tribute to Hirobi, even though it gave my opponent 2 1/1 tokens, which were kind of bad for me, it made my opponent's Gravelighter do nothing, which is kind of weird. And their Moon Circuit Hacker just walked into my Tashira that was on board. So I'm not even sure like what our opponent did was even like close to correct. I didn't know these things were ninjas. In deck building, I obviously I should have been playing Kami Rest of Shadows in the main deck. I don't think it was remotely correct, if it matters. Especially when you have a Gravelighter to the ninjutsu. But the Gravelighter never got in because they played it to kill the rat token. Greasy Key? What are you talking about? I'm running 19 mana in my deck. What do you mean? I literally play 19 mana, 17 lands, a Terrarium, and a Sunblade Samurai. Of course you keep it 2 later on the draw. What are you talking about? I mean, obviously if they have Mislabed Shinobi, I just lose, but I hope they don't have it. I mean, they spend their turns bank busting. Like, Tribute to Hirobi is, like, pretty comparable to Reckoner Bank Buster. They just, like, spend their turns drawing cards. I'm about to say, if they crab that, I'll be pretty freaking sad. That completion was a really bad draw. Well, about went as poorly as it could ever go. Cool. We're dead. Maybe not. Maybe they have a bad hand. Well, if they're pumping, maybe they have a bad hand. Tamio? Oh no. They got some rares in their deck. We can almost kill this thing. I guess we'll just draw a land. No big deal. The puzzle maker. This is an aggressive attack. Are they dead? Tap this. This is third. Yeah, they're just dead. It, no, they go to 1. I play hover bike, tap this. Play Machiko. It's for 3, and then punt this. So that's 12 plus 5 is 17. So I play iteration. Long reach, I discard Kami. I tap I tap one of their creatures, untap. It doesn't work. Getting them to 1 doesn't really help me. I guess it's better for me to do this. If I sack the Terrarium, I might have to draw it next turn. This is good enough. Makes both my creatures lethal next turn. How am I dead to a land? What are you talking about? I'm at 9. 1, 2, 3. And they bumped this twice. I'm at 7. Wait, did I have lethal? I had lethal, didn't I? Did I just mess that up? Can I not do math? This was +3. I had 17. How are they at 1? What did I miss? This was +3. Oh, I have a Tamiya's completion in play. That's what I missed. I had lethal. I didn't. Oh my god, I had lethal. Oh my god. Alright. No, my math was wrong because that I wasn't even thinking he had Tamiya's completion. I went anyways, but yeah, I had lethal. Well, I did not expect this game to be remotely close. But yeah, okay. Well, we learned our lesson. We learned our lesson from Ichiko to count Tamiya's completion. That's actually the first time it's ever come up for me. Because normally, like, when you arrest one of your opponent's cards, it's right here, so it's obvious, right? This is with the lands, and so I wasn't even thinking about it. Or it's like the touch of the spirit realm when it's on your side, right? But gosh, I did not think the game was going to be like this, considering our opponent debt to the Kamid, our tribute to Hirobi. And they got to keep the 2 rats. And yeah, the fact, imagine your opponent is on the play and goes turn 2 Bank Buster, and then turn 3 debt to the Kamid, my tribute to Hirobi after the rat token, so they have 2 rats, and then they play Tamio, and then I win. Yeah. Unexpected. Alright, final round. Let's see if we can get this party started. This is quite an opener. We got 2-2 into 3-3 into 4-4. The classic Scathed Zombie into Hill Giant into Dirkwood Boar. Can it be beaten? Remains to be seen. I am doubtful if our beating can possibly be beaten. The classic? It is a classic. Grizzly bears are too good for us. We don't deal in grizzly bears. We deal only in scathed zombies. So we have two options next turn. We can attack, put first strike on, and then do Shadow Walker for 5 more to hit him for 7, or I can just like play the Kyodai, just have a flyer. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna play the Kyodai, just have a flyer. It's like so obvious. It's so obvious. I either have the Wanderer or Kyodai here, and there's just nothing they can do about it. They just have to block. Yeah, Besider is really good. But not when your opponent has the Skate Zombie into Hill Giant into Dirkwood Pore Opener. It's a lot less good when that happens. Into 6 mana 5/5. Not even Crawworm stats. Just 6 mana 5/5. Just vanilla beatdowns. I could Inventive Iteration and bounce my Blade Blizzard Kitsune, but I think I'd rather bounce the enemy Branch of Besaiju. So, what do you think this game's gonna play out? If we want to go long, then we probably just bounce our Blade Blizzard Kitsune and play Tribute. If we think the game's gonna go long. Or we can try to kill them. Because if I bounce this Branch of Besaiju, I'm committed. I'm committed to trying to win in the next 2 turns. Which also means I'm not playing the Tribute. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. That's aggressive. I mean, they're going to 3 when I had this in play. It's not. If it was a rat, they would have chump blocked this. I'm gonna guess I'm not actually gonna be able to attack it on the ground next turn. I'll just play this then. If you're wondering, I could use Iganjo there because I have a legend, so there's only 2 to channel this. I actually had 2 legends. There was only 1 mana to channel it. What is it? Is it a Master's Rebuke or what? What could it be? A Kyodai of their own? They intentionally went to 3, and they had a 2 mana open and they didn't use it, which means it's wandering. Oh, Emperor they would have just used on their own turn. I mean, they could just use Wanderer on their own turn, though. Is there something in the format that gives reach and instant speed? There's Bamboo Grove Archer. Favor of Jukai. Favor of Jukai. If they have the Wrath, I'm just gonna be really unhappy. Okay. I gotta believe it's probably the favorite Jukai. It's the only thing that could have made sense there. Well, Lucky Offering has a ton of targets, so we definitely want to bring that in. I saw 3 good targets for it that game. This card is going to be pretty mediocre here. Wanderers are no, they had 2 mana. The turn that they went to 3, they had 2 mana open. So they had Wanderer's Intervention. They could have just used it that turn. I don't know what it was. Like they intentionally went to 3 when I have a 3/3 flyer in play, and they had no onboard way to get out of it. Yeah. This is pretty bad against all their 3/2s. Or all their 2/2s. It's going to be especially bad on the draw. No. I gotta figure out whether I'm actually gonna try to go late game against them. Like, if I'm trying to go late game, then I want the Kami. If I'm not, I need to have the 3/2 flyer. That Bosaiju card is really tough to get through. This is unfortunate, but I'm just gonna preemptively say black. I mean, I could say blue there because I have swamps in my deck. But oh, get rewarded, I guess. I think Stealthless Samurai is a better play than Hoverbike. Hoverbike does guarantee 2 damage next turn. Maybe Hoverbike is a better play. Yeah, maybe Hoverbike was a better play. I mean, there's something to be said about having Selfless Samurai protecting the Blade Blazer Kitsune at all times. But fair. Why do people play the courtyard? I mean, it's better than playing an off-color land. That's an aggressive attack. I don't know what's that. Okay, I guess that's what I guess that's what that is. Hey, Mini No D, thanks for the sub. I don't want to play the Alganjo. I think I'm just going to use it as a spell. I don't need it in play right now. Pretty good here. Pretty good here, but two cards on top, huh? Might have been right to high-speed hover bike first. I was probably wrong. If I hover bike first, it's also a 7-5. I'll take the 2. I'll put a stop on my draw step. Because I might want to animate the high-speed hover bike here, depending on what I draw. Get some damage in, I guess. Oh, I guess I could. Did I miss 2 damage there? I might have missed 2 damage there, actually. I either missed 1 or 2 damage there. Damn. That was not good. Maybe it's not. I guess I'm going to use like Gancho here, aren't I? I guess it's fine. Yeah, I'm going to Ganjo Shigeki anyways. Secretly made the right play. Oh, the advisor. That sucks for us. Guess I gotta kill this thing. So they don't get an extra 2/2. I want to trade 2 for 2 here? I don't think so. Although, am I even blocking? I guess I can threaten double blocks. So those are the 2 cards they put on top. They put 2 cards on top with their Imperial Oath. I assume it was like Naomi and something else. Maybe the Fanga Shigeki? I doubt it. I poor Kami of Restless Shadows. My ninja that I have is not actually dead. It's secretly not dead. It's just in jail. This could be bad. If they had an instant, I think they would have attacked differently. They put 1 card on top. Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh, using it again this turn? That's aggressive. They already put 1 card on top. Yeah, that was aggressive. I don't know if I would have done that. I hope whatever they're drawing is not a 5/5. Or is not a way to kill my 5/5. If it is, I'm gonna be in sad shape. That's the card they put on top? I don't know about that one. Turns on Naomi, but their Naomi can't attack. It was on board, they couldn't attack with it. Looks like we can get like him. Give me those rats. This tribute to Hirobi is gonna dominate the game here. Or not. That was quite a draw. That sucked. Second time that's happened. That sucked. Alright. They didn't scry this to the top. That was a random card they drew. Serenity now. Alright, buddy. Funnily enough, Tamiya's completion actually kills Basaju because it's a 0-0. Which is actually not what I want because it pumps their trash bot. Four in the air until you're dead. That's the plan. I guess I should have played the land there, and I'm not playing around any sort of discard spells. I guess they did shuffle their deck for the Imperial. They scryed a bunch. They scryed 4 cards to the bottom, 3 cards to the bottom, and they shuffled them all back in with the Saiju. Something like a Wanderer's Intervention wouldn't even help here because of Greasefang. It would actually help me if they killed it. I was maybe a little bit too passive earlier, and I maybe could have attacked for 2 a turn earlier. So in theory, they'd be dead on board. But I mean, they ripped out of it. I mean, they top decked the Fade into Antiquity, which the Hirobi would have won the game on the spot if they didn't draw it exactly that turn. So they definitely drew well. I think they were just a little bit too aggressive with their Geothermal Kami and Air of Enlightenment. They'd already scryed one to the top, and then they did it again instead of just waiting a turn. Oh, is this a spinning wheel kick? Oh, it's Shigeki. Okay. Okay. Alright, I guess I'll make them play it out. I can't win, but I'll make them play it out to burn time. So the question is on whether I can win early has been answered. The answer is no, I cannot. I may have missed 2 damage, but I didn't miss 6. Yeah, Kyodai, if they can't kill it, isn't out because I just attack with a 5/5 lifelinking indestructible. 7/5 lifelinking indestructible. I mean, they're gonna need to win with what they have. They have 7 spells left, so I assume they can win with what they got. I think I just take 7. Probably needed to equip it. That trampler is dangerous. Maybe I should have tried to block it down. +3/+3 kills me with this. I think I actually have to block with this because there's no other way. So I guess I might as well block like this then. I can't beat the +2/+2 on two things either. They just had nothing? I thought they had the +3/+3 the favor of Jukai. Oh, I guess I didn't need to equip. Already had lethal. Whoops. Maybe drawing a card is worse than killing a 2/2. Whoops. Equipping this was totally unnecessary. Enemy just like couldn't. The green white can't wins? Bizarre. I mean, the runaway trash bot's really good in their deck. I guess I just made it. I guess I should have played like they just didn't have anything. Take 3, go to 3. I guess I don't. Might as well just like double block here. I guess everyone throw away a creature, might as well just block this one. Only preventing 1 damage this way, anyways. Oh no, I need to. If they have a Master's Rebuke, I die. So I actually have to block like this. No, I die. I still die if I have a Master's Rebuke. Because I played poorly. Because I equipped a Chainflow Centipede, I lost the game. Oh well. Maybe they won't see it. Maybe they won't see it. No. Maybe they won't see it. Okay. Yeah, so if they Master's Rebuke the Sunblade Samurai, it has 0 toughness, so I just take 6 trample. Yeah, even though it's indestructible, it doesn't matter. I played the end of that game pretty poorly. I thought my opponent had the +2/+3, but I couldn't beat the card anyway, so I don't even know what my opponent had. It looks like in the previous game they just had nothing. I don't understand it. But we won that one. We actually 4-0'd. That was sick. I think we played the last 3 turns pretty badly because I thought we were dead. But it turns out our opponent couldn't win the game. Just by drawing their whole deck. Cool deck. I think the only mistake I made in deck building was probably playing the... I played Dragonfly Suit over the 5-mana 3/3. Because I didn't know that this thing was a ninja. But tight little package. Tight little package. We have ridiculous cards in this deck. Like, the amount of ridiculousness. We never drew them when we were young. It would have been good. Like, these cards are all... not this one, not the 6th. These cards are all completely unreal. And these are... And the Hoverbike was bonkers. The Blade Blazer Kitsunes were insane. The Centipede was insane. Because I had so many things with it. But these cards are all unreal. And the Aiganjo is really good, too. The Michiko just, like, won us 2 matches, right? This card is just unreal. We didn't draw Infiltrator or when we were young. Is that right? Were these the only 2 cards we didn't draw the whole time? We never drew Dragonfly Suit either, right? So we didn't draw any of these 3. We drew every other card in the deck. Twice, my tribute got bopped. Like, this is the worst tribute has ever been, and it was still fun. So, twice, my opponents killed it after they got the rogue tokens. We still won those games. We may have made some errors in that game, but ended up working out okay. Like, the turn that we had the Hoverbike in that game, where we had Selfless Samurai, Michiko, and Hoverbike, and Chainflow Centipede, I messed up. I should have played the Hoverbike, tapped a 2/2, and then Michiko'd for +3/+3, and then I would have a 7/5 lifelinker twice attacking. I think that would have been better, but Pretty sick.